Well, starting off this afternoon with that shocking report from the New York Times saying members of the Trump campaign were in touch with Russian intelligence officials before the election. The news coming just a day after Michael Flynn resigned as National Security Advisor. Our chief White House correspondent John Karl is in Washington with more.
The New York Times reports several of Donald Trump's associates, both inside and outside of his campaign, had repeated contacts with Russian intelligence officials in the year leading up to the election. Sources familiar with the matter tell ABC News that U.S. officials became concerned about the contacts before the election and started to investigate. The Times doesn't say what the conversations were about, but it does name one of the Trump associates that was in contact with the Russians, Paul Manafort. He was Trump's campaign manager before being fired shortly after the Republican convention. The contacts were discovered during the investigation into the hack of the Democratic National Committee. Although U.S. officials told the Times they've seen no evidence that the Trump team cooperated with Russia in the hack or had anything to do with it. But the contact with Russian officials during the campaign contradicts what the White House told us just yesterday.
Can you still say definitively that nobody on the Trump campaign, not even General Flynn, had any contact with the Russians before the election?
My understanding is that what General Flynn has now expressed is that during the transition period, well, we were very clear that during the transition period, he did speak with the ambassador.
I'm talking about during the campaign.
I don't have any, there's nothing that would conclude me that anything different has changed with respect to that time period.
Last month, then President-elect Trump flatly denied any communications between Russia and his team.
Did you or anyone in your campaign have any contact with Russia leading up to or during the campaign? Nothing at all.
The bombshell report comes amid outrage over contacts now former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn had with the Russian ambassador before the inauguration.
Flynn was secretly communicating with Russian officials at the same time that Russia was attacking our democracy.
Even some Republicans are concerned.
Obviously, there's an administration that is in significant disarray as far as national security is concerned, and they need to fix that.